To all those who are participating, respected Governor of Telangana, Dr. Srimati Tamil Sai Rajan, Professor Madhusudan, Professor Tirupati Rao, Dr. Manjulata, Lingam Sudha, but it was essentially small improvements over and to meet the current needs at that time. But there was no overall review of the policy to suit to the needs of this country and the aspirations of the people of this country, to build the country basing on its foundations, national ethos, and the civilizational advantages of this country that has, which is thousands of years of old, one of the oldest civilizations in the world. But this has not happened. Though during the independence movement, we do have a few schools and colleges sprinkled across the country, built up by the individuals or some institutions with some national outlook and public spirited individuals. But the main education, mainstream education, continued to be by and large on the lines of the Macaulay model. This has not helped to the extent that it should have for a country of this size, for a country of the resources that we have, the country of the populations, the intellectual resource and endowment that the country has. We have not been able to harvest this advantage in the last 70 years. Now we can see that though in these 73 years, we have not come out with a policy which is India-centric. Even in 1968, Kothari Commission report, Kothari recommended that the intellectuals of this country should be India-centric rather than Western-centric. But even this has not happened. We continue to govern ourselves through the policies made earlier, which do not have necessarily a background of the India-centric nature that we desire to have. As a result of that, in this background, Vidya Bharati, with a few intellectuals, public-spirited people with a national outlook, started schools across the country with various organizations affiliated to it. Saraswati Vidyapeetham Telangana is one of them.
Gist of national education policy that we wanted, that gives a lot of energy for all of us to go ahead. With your kind permission, sir, I will go ahead. Now I call upon Shri Murli Manohar, sir, State Convener, My NEP program, for explaining the background of or the details of My NEP program. Murli Manohar, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Sir, good evening, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. Being the convener, My NEP, I'll be confining myself to explain what is My NEP and why My NEP. Frankly speaking, this is an awareness campaign Vidya Bharati has taken up all over the country. And because Vidya Bharati is convinced that 100% we are convinced that this policy will be a big game changer, as Uma Maheshwara sir was trying to tell us, that our nation will be transformed. Not only education, the nation will be transformed. We have been in waiting for a policy which our expectations will be reaching. With this commitment, Vidya Bharati has launched this My NEP competition program at the national level. On September 11th, our Education Minister, Pokhriyal, he launched the program at national. Score better, enter quiz and answer questions on NEP, get your result with My NEP score, download your My NEP official certificate, upload, and on the screen. That way we'll be, ma'am will be launching this program. So I seek madam's permission.
Permitted, it's permitted.
Thank you, ma'am, thank you. So Srinivas Garu, please display the poster. And Madhu will be taking the mic.
Thank you so much, sir. The poster released is on the screen. I thank Murali Manohar Garu for giving brief background of the various competitions, and also I am very grateful to Madam for granting us permission and releasing the poster. Now with this, I move on to the next segment of the program. Now, this is my privilege to introduce today's esteemed guest, Honorable Governor, State of Telangana, Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan. Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan was born on 2nd June 1961 in Nagarkoil, Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan took charge as a governor of Telangana on 8 September 2019 and happens to be the first woman to hold this office.
Oh.
She has a remarkable public and social service background spanning over 20 years. She also has an illustrious political career in last 2 decades where she has successfully led the state unit of the political party with noteworthy accomplishments. Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan started her career as a medical practitioner after completing her MBBS PG in gynecology, DGU. She has undertaken special training on ultrasound and fetal therapy at Toronto, Canada. She worked as an assistant professor at Sri Ramachandra Medical College, Chennai for 7 years and resigned in 2003 for full-time political engagements. She nurtures great devotion towards public service and enhancement of living standards of common people with focus on health and education as a prime agenda. She has donned the hat of being a state head of political party and steering it with exemplary management skills and pro-people service merit. Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan is a proud recipient of an international award titled International Rising Star of the Year 2018 by Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force, USA, under US Congressman Danny K. Davis for her services to the society, especially in the field of politics, public and medical services. Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan is known for her strong advocacy towards uplifting living standards of people through better health and preventive care. She is a great admirer of social and cultural strengths of our country and very considerate towards inclusion of values and humility right at basic education system and approach. Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan happens to be very focused towards development of society and well-being of citizens, even at last mile. There are many personal contributions of her in the form of Vice President of Tamil Literary Forum, contribution for medical sciences in the form of several books, and 2 books on Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, on achievement of Modi ji in Tamil and Modi ji's Sri Lankan visit, and many more books, literary and political articles in several Tamil and English magazines. She is a strong debater and orator, conducted program for students public speaking, social service activities that included women empowerment, preventive health programs and medical camps for women. She is a Tamil translator for all our national leaders and speakers. She was director, independent charge of Bharat Petroleum Corporation of India till 1st September 2019. She is a great writer and content contributor with many literary organizations of social reform. We are really fortunate to have Madam with us to grace the occasion by launching the My NP program. With this humble words, I hand over the mic to Madam for your gracious messages. Thank you, Madam.
Very special good evening to each and everyone. For the expert academicians of Telangana, and I respect each and every eminent personality participating in the event. And my respects to each and everyone who are connected to this webinar. And I really appreciate the efforts of Sri Saraswati Vidyapeetham, and I should appreciate the words of Sri Uma Maheshwar Rao, who gave a very exemplary and extraordinary speech about the national education policy. Because whatever may be his words, as he said, this is democracy. There are some words against this policy, whatever may be the points which are raised by them. He has clearly explained it. I really appreciate his very elaborate and speech. He said, Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji said, the future ready, highly skilled student with better entrepreneurship for what we are developing a child. Not just to have a degree, not just to learn and write. As our saint Vivekananda said, it is man making. We have to retrospect whether the present education system we followed is man making or not. The Indian population, this is the youngest country with large number of young population, ample amount of opportunities. But we have to say, as it is said, even our universities with such exemplary work, they are not in the top ranks of international universities. The policy for the nation, for the country, which will be beneficial to the students. It is said the country's future starts from the classroom. There are some points which are raised by some of the people. But whatever may be, making our students with Indian roots, with global outlook, that is very important. As a medical student from a peripheral medical college and a student from a peripheral area, we have faced the difficulty of presenting some of our papers internationally. But now our students will have an international look site so that our talents are projected in much easier way. And apart from that, everyone is telling why it is +2 altered. Why are you concentrating in the third year itself? As a doctor, I can say the brain development improves, and the capacity of the brain to accept.
May I please request everyone to mute their mic? Wish to mute their mic, please mute their mic.
The capacity of the brain to accept things till age 8, it is enormous. Till the third age, it can absorb as many things as it can. So when the brain is ready, when the mind is ready, why we are not? It's ready to absorb things. When the brain is ready to accept things, why we are not providing the material to the brain? So the new national education policy provides adequate feeding to the brain. And some of the states criticize the 3-language policy and the medium of education as the mother tongue. As doctors, we say till the 6th month, when the baby is born, the mothers tend to give artificial feeds to the child so that they want the child to become very healthy, improve the weight. But it is not a healthy weight improvement. That is not a healthy growth. Only the exclusively mother's feed till 6th month. Even the baby cries for extra feeds. Exclusively giving mother's feed improves the antibodies in the baby's blood, immunity is improved, and the intelligence improved, so that the baby is protected for rest of the life. So that is the beauty of the mother's milk, and that is the beauty of the mother's tongue also. When it is taught in the mother tongue, the grasping capacity is more, the imagination is more, and the baby can learn much faster and much quicker in mother tongue. But what we are compelling the baby child to learn in a different language, so the grasping power is more, so that the intellectual horizon, the thinking capacity, we are shrinking it. So first of all, I laud this policy for the medium of instruction by forcing on mother tongue, because most of the states are hesitant because our children are learning in English, so they have more opportunity. But I assure, if they are learning in the mother tongue, and after 8th year or 9th year, the learning capacity of other languages also will be more. So this is highly acceptable, but this should be informed to the students, informed to the society in a much positive way. And there are lot of good things in this policy. In under education, as a doctor, I should say the nutritional aspect of it is taken care. Nutrition with education builds a healthy nation. That too in a economically background, people with a lot of economically backgrounds, social setup, providing them with nutritious food along with education, even though nowadays midday meal schemes are there, but providing breakfast and taking care of their nutritional aspect is one thing which is very important in this policy. Not only as a doctor, as a mother, as a social person who has seen the economically compromised children with malnutrition, when it is taking care of education as well as taking care of nutrition, which is the future healthy nation will be built on this foundation. So I'm really happy, and I appreciate, as I said, I appreciate Vidya Bharati, the Saraswati Vidya Peetham, for taking this as a competition. So all the good things should be focused, and all the good things should be spread to the people, spread to the children. So when a competition is announced, they themselves will imbibe the good things of this policy, and definitely it will be propagated in a much positive way than what we think. Because whenever a policy is introduced by the government, definitely there will be opposition. Definitely there will be difference of opinion. As it is said, it is democracy. But democracy should not sabotage the good things which is good for that democracy itself. So I leave the excuses at the door. This is very apt for this policy also. So I wanted to project this piece in his article. Notice to all students, leave the excuses at the door. If you didn't do your homework, just admit it. If you didn't do your homework, just admit it. If you didn't understand the assignment, ask for help. If you didn't study for the test, accept the grade, and with my help if necessary, do better next time. If you refuse to follow my rules, accept the consequences. This is not a democracy. This is my classroom. This is not democracy. This is my classroom. This is my classroom. And I am here for one reason. I am here for one reason, and for one reason only. That is to teach you, to inspire you, to encourage you. So in these words, almost I should say the basic ideology of this policy. This explains. So my aim as a Prime Minister of this country and as a citizen of the country, my aim is to, our students should top to attain the topmost position internationally. The capacity is there in our students. Our country was Vishwaguru earlier. Even the people from China, from other Tibet and other places, they came here to study get their graduation. In between, why it lost its greatness? Because of some of the setbacks, particularly this education system. This education system should be life-saving, should be life-protecting, should be life-developing. And I should say this, I congratulate the Vidya Bharati for conducting this type of programs. And I really laud our Honorable Prime Minister, the Education Minister for bringing this policy. And it has so much good things, whether it's higher education, 4 years degree, they can come out anytime, they can go in anytime. And when we were all doing +2, they will have on 4 subjects. If you take maths, only you have to take physics, chemistry. If I want biology to study in between, I won't be able to. But now I can select my subjects. So whatever may be the subject which I like, so much of opportunities given to the students and so much of opportunities to the teaching faculty and so much of opportunities to the education system, to the education, to the colleges, to the schools, to the academicians, to the citizens, to the children. And I really appreciate you for organizing such competition so that it will take positively the message to the people in a very positive way. Thank you so much.